Well, we're continuing our talks down here at Quarterbridge about air quality. I think like dogs with bones in Tynwald the other day about this. Now, hot off the press, you've released this letter, well, you sent it to Geoffrey Boot about air quality. Who would like to pick up and tell me exactly what's going on in this?
Well, yes, what we've been asking for is to take some leadership, really. I mean, it's about air quality tests and the responsibility there to test the air quality and to see all the particles in the atmosphere and actually make that public knowledge. And that's what we're asking for. We're asking for the data to be collected and then made that available in public. So we've actually written now to the Minister today to actually spell that out. We actually engaged some experts to actually carry out some testing because Mr. Boot said that it was actually going to be expensive. It's not. It cost less than £100, and we actually had some testing here, the result of which we got in a letter which we sent to him today, and it's now published.
Okay, well, he said £100,000 for this equipment. I mean, your eyes rolled on that, but I think both of you.
Yeah, we were very concerned with the figures that the Minister was putting out, and we were absolutely sure it could be done for a lot less and far cheaper. And we've proved that it can be done so, and also that the department, as Mr. Peake says, should be taking leadership on this because it's not an expensive exercise for the taxpayer, but it's a hugely important exercise for the taxpayer to know exactly what's going on the Manx roads.
What did it show?
What it showed is the diffusion tubes which were placed here at Quarterbridge alongside other urban locations in Douglas, but here in Quarterbridge the nitrous dioxide reading exceeded 40, which is the EU limit. So we exceeded the EU limit for nitrous dioxide, which is one of the most dangerous pollutants for humans and lungs. In January, it was 39.93, so very, very close to that dangerous level. And what that shows is we need to monitor this. We need to understand this because we're creating dangers for the general public. And if you look at what happens in the other Crown dependencies, so Jersey and Guernsey, they conduct daily monitoring of nitrous dioxide and other dangerous particles in their busy urban areas, and they publish that on their websites. So really, we're out of step. Every other European nation is conducting air quality monitoring. So we're really calling for this to be done on a minimum basis of a month. Each month it should be done.
And especially for the likes of this morning where the whole area of the Quarterbridge and into Douglas is sitting in a valley, it suffers from what's called an inversion effect. So actually the pollutants are all sitting in a big blanket at road level here, and I think it's incumbent on Minister Boot to actually get on and do some regular testing so we know exactly what the situation is.
Well, he gave you, Speaker, a bit, was it a flippant response about our land of our birth and the air quality and that sort of thing? I mean, you weren't happy with that?
No, I didn't appreciate my national anthem being quoted back to me in that regard. That wasn't becoming of a minister, to be honest.
What is going on here? Why is this intransigent? I mean, he was certainly not going to move on it, was he?
No, he's got a set of figures of his own that are out of date, and to my mind they're not as accurate as they should be, and he's just pushing out the good news story all the time, which is deflecting the point that he should be acting on his duties. The department have a statutory duty and requirement to pick up on things like this, and we're absolutely astonished at the backward stance that's going on at the minute, Paul.
Right, let's assume this cost issue then. What did your figures come in at? How much was it to produce this?
It was less than £100, and so we had 5 diffusion tubes put out in December and January, and those results were analysed by a specialist laboratory in the United Kingdom. We're most grateful to the assistance that Friends of the Earth Isle of Man gave us, because they're experts in this matter, and their parent organisation also helped. So it really is, the cost is not a barrier to understanding our air quality, but it's important we monitor it because it's something you can't actually just see. Some of the particulates you not necessarily will be contained in a fog. It's very important that we have proper scientific monitoring of our air quality.
But even when you get all this information, what can you do about it besides get electric cars, right?
Well, that's exactly right. There are solutions around, and that's what the public will understand. When you actually have the data, you can make decisions based on fact. And you're quite right, electric cars, that's coming. The manufacturers are gearing up for the production of electric cars. It's giving people the information now so they can make a choice for their future that helps not only them but the environment.
Are you expecting any response from this letter?
Oh, very much hope so, yes.
Yes, we absolutely hope so, Paul, and we hope it's more positive than in last week's Tynwald, that's for sure.
And more tabling more questions, or what are you going to do?
Well, it's something we've got to carry on with. I mean, if we get a lacklustre response from this, we've got to push on, because you can't just leave something as important as this. We've made the issue public, we've publicly highlighted, and we plan to carry on highlighting it until we get some sort of sensible action plan here.